So what I want to do is walk through how to run a regression and how to get it set. And one of the things that you should have done already is run a correlation matrix, which we did in the other video, and begin to look at what might be good variables. Now you've got some significant variables here. This one happens to be a little weak, but it's still significant, probably worth tossing into the model somewhere. It looks like age probably isn't going to help you at all. And here's the thing, I'm going to toss it in the model, but it probably isn't going to help us at all. But I want to toss it in just for that sake. And so we're going to look at this model and check that out. All right, running a regression. Go to analyze, and this is the same data that we had filtered out before. And if you wanted to know what we had filtered out, this is the same query that we had for the correlations. Go to analyze, regression, linear. Now regression comes in a variety of flavors, and so one of the things is that you can get it really complex in regression, but most of your life can be solved by running a linear regression, and that's what most people are looking at. The variable that we're interested in is, and the variable we're interested in explaining is the amount people pay for their mortgage. And so we're going to toss that up there. And we're going to do something very simple here. We're going to say that the number of hours worked is our explanatory variable. We're going to put that as independent. And we're going to get a couple things here. We're going to get the collinearity diagnostics, the partial correlations, and the descriptives. And we're going to click continue. And we're going to click OK. And boom, the regression runs. This is a single variable regression. And so one of the things is that, and we talk about this in the regression video, but our R² says how much we're actually explaining of the model. And so, obviously not that much. All of the model is significant. And so one of the things is that you want to increase this R² value to say that we're explaining more. And oftentimes adding more variables will allow you to do that. That's why we run multiple regression. So we're going to add some variables. And I'm doing this bit by bit because I want to get a sense of this. I'm going to add age. Now remember I said age really isn't going to make much difference, but it's worth showing you that. Didn't have much of an effect on the model at all, right? And as a variable, and we'll talk about this as well, it winds up being not really significant. The significance level is close, but it's not significant. But we'll talk about that a little bit more. Let's just add a bunch more variables in. Let's see if we can get a more explanatory model. And I'm going to add in household income. I'm going to add house value. And I'm going to add in sex. And I'm adding in sex because you can have a binary variable, so one or the other. In this case, men, women, and so men are coded as 1, women are coded as 2. And so we're going to use that also in the model as a binary and I wouldn't have a lot of them, but one will do. And again, the correlation matrix obviously becomes more sophisticated, but by adding those variables, we've upped the explanatory value. We're explaining 37%. Coefficients are here. The other video will talk about this table. We'll talk about how to interpret it all and how to make sure that you are saying something meaningful in your results. All right, with that, that's how you run a regression. We will talk about how to interpret it in the other video.